Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Okay, the day has finally come after putting this off for literal years. We are finally doing a full wardrobe declutter. Honestly, at this point, it's more of a whole house declutter because these clothes have taken over. Like, it's getting scarily close to the point where I'd be eligible for an episode of Hoarders, which obviously isn't going to be good for my mental health because everything feels like a chaotic, cluttered mess. And on top of that, I think there's some sort of decision fatigue going on. Like, this is too many choices for an indecisive gal. Like, to the point where it is seriously affecting the content on this channel because my brain just cannot come up with outfit ideas. So I need to get over my issues about letting clothes go because I do have a problem with like, oh, but what if I need this one day for insert very specific lookbook here? And I'm hoping then it's just going to feel like a fresh start and I'll be able to get back into my more creative ways. So I'm starting out with my tops here and we're going to be as brutal as possible with just a yes and a no pile, keeping the maybes to a minimum because I feel like that's always a cop out. And I have no idea how long this video is going to end up being, but please just know that I'm very well aware this is a ridiculous amount of clothes, okay? I definitely wouldn't have this much if it wasn't for me doing videos for this long, and in all honesty, I feel like my spending habits have improved so much over the last 4 years or so. And I'm sure if you're a regular on this channel, you're gonna spot some very familiar stuff because I love re-wearing my clothes, some of which are things that I might have been sharing for like 8+ years at this point. I feel like the reason it got so out of hand though is because it's not like I'm just making a, oh, what I'm wearing this week type of content. It was very specific fashion videos where I needed particular pieces. So back when I was making those sort of videos more frequently, it just snowballed and I never did a good declutter. So this is the aftermath. But yeah, I think we're gonna find that a lot of the things that I've purchased since like 2020 are gonna find themselves in the keep pile. But there's definitely gonna be some old faithfuls that stick around. For example, this little baby. What I think we will be seeing a large culling of though is crop tops. I just find myself a lot more comfortable in a longer length shirt these days, unless it's something that I have a particular way of styling. For example, something like this that I know I can layer up. I feel kind of sad when I'm saying no to things that I guess in hindsight were more on the micro trend side of things, but at the time, genuinely, I loved it so much. And one of those things is definitely mesh shirts. The reason I feel like I need to say goodbye is for some reason, they always just tend to smell bad. I'm not gonna lie. Another dilemma for me is there are certain items, for example, this little lacy corset that I know I can make a killer outfit with and I would genuinely love, but if I stop and think about it, it's not necessarily representative of my personal style on a day-to-day basis. 100% ass kicking babe, 100% keeping. There's something about tops like this that have this sense of nostalgia around them that makes it really, really difficult to let go, even though it's very rare that I reach for them. Oh my god, okay, we are not being as brutal as I had originally hoped. We're gonna have to crack down and do like a speed round because otherwise we might be here all week. When I'm doing a task like this, or literally any task at all, my brain cannot function without something playing in the background, which is why it's no surprise that I've already exhausted all options on Netflix. But thankfully, with today's video sponsor, award-winning VPN Surfshark, I'm able to unlock more content from around the world whilst keeping myself safe online. Surfshark is a virtual private network available to download as an app or a browser extension that allows you to quickly and easily change your location settings and then instantly have access to a ton more content that's not usually available in your region. You'd be surprised how many more options this actually gives you, whether you're looking for anime, K-dramas, classic films, RuPaul's Drag Race. It's also an absolute must if you want to make sure you're browsing securely online. Surfshark do this through various methods, including adding an extra layer of protection when you're using public Wi-Fi and by preventing companies and bots from tracking your personal information. Surfshark also offers unlimited devices under just one account, so you'll always feel safe. You can get an exclusive deal with my code Spotlight, and at the moment they're offering 4 extra months for free. And since Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try it all risk-free for yourselves via the link on screen, including by scanning the QR code, or for more information, check out the description box. We're gonna say no to the little Powerpuff Girls tee, but then practically the same top, just a different graphic, is a big yes. Literally wish I had picked up more of these from Uniqlo. It's still in the baby tee family, but just a little bit more of a relaxed fit. I feel like the sleeveless turtleneck is honestly kind of underrated and probably even overhated. To be real, anything that I pick up that reminds me of something that would be worn by an Aizawa character is gonna be in the yes pile. Actually, just anything that I can tie to a character that I've seen makes me want to keep it. I really loved this, but every time I base an outfit around it, I end up getting changed before I leave the house, so I think I'm gonna have to say goodbye. I definitely had a period where I was always wearing these long sleeve mock necks under everything, but I do think I've kind of moved away from that now. This was always one of my favorite little tops, but I think at this point it is in fact just too little. Love, love, love this for a layering piece. These kind of short sleeve knits have definitely served me well, but I think it's time to move on. Still absolutely obsessed with this top. I don't care what you have to say about bows. Shoujo girlies get it. Love this baby doll style so much. Literally own this in both black and white. This one I'm unsure of because I love the cut of it, but this like dark eggplant just isn't really my color. On the other hand, a color I do love is this shade of green. Definitely one of my favorite pieces these days. Hopefully we'll come across the matching cardigan for this one soon. Yes, that's right. This wasn't all my tops. It's time to bring in the next load. And now presenting 100 mini dresses in no more than 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Look, I could happily talk you through my reasoning for every single dress, but that would mean an hour-long video on just the dresses, just the mini dresses at that. But this was a category that I knew for the most part I needed to actually try them on. Unlike with the tops, I felt like it was an easy yes or no, do I wear it or not? But with the dresses, some of them aren't as in constant rotation, so I really needed an updated idea of how they actually fit and look. So unfortunately, there was definitely some ruled out just because they were too small, but others, it was more of a vibe check. And I think actually trying them on led to a few more maybes, because in my head I was like, oh, this is gonna be a pass. And I was like, hold on, why does it actually look kind of good? Some super easy yeses like these baby doll dresses. And then in some instances, it was like, how on earth did you manage to collect so many of practically the exact same items? So I had to be brutal and only hold on to my absolute favorites, for example, with the little black dresses. Same sort of thing when it came to the slip dresses. And surprisingly, I had already culled these like over the last few years because I already knew I just do not get enough wear out of them. I was content saying goodbye to some of these white dresses because although I do like them for styling purposes, realistically, the fabric, it just doesn't do it for me. It's too hot. Same thing for the denim dresses as well. I didn't even have to try them on. One of my absolute favorites is this gingham dress, which is why I knew it was fine to let go of the others because this one just outshines them by far. Please join me in a moment of appreciation for some of my other favorites. I always come back to this green and pink combo. This blue bubble hem has been my new obsession ever since I got it in the style bundle. I actually forgot how cute this black and white one is. Very red velvet vibes. There were a lot of floral moments that honestly had mixed reviews, especially the ones that leaned a little bit more 90s. I was caught off guard by how much I loved this one though. It's giving very much date night. These two cutesy pastel dresses were some of my most worn last summer. They're easy to layer with as well, which is what a lot of my keeps have in common. We somehow managed to get back on another little black dress express round. I must say these ones were much more promising, and I think it just comes down to the fact that I prefer a sleeve rather than a spaghetti strap, but I did try to put my foot down and only keep one of the shirt dress variations. Honestly, overall, I feel like I did a pretty decent job at being strict. Let me know your thoughts on some of the maybes that I threw in there, but the yes no pile was about 50-50, which I think is classed as a success. Like halving your wardrobe, pretty impressive for someone who could have previously been considered a hoarder. So this section is pretty much for longer length skirts and dresses slash some fancier sort of ones. Like for example, this. Straight off the bat, realistically, do I get anywhere out of it? No, but I'm definitely not ready to part ways with it yet because look at her. Honestly, this might end up being one of the hardest sections to cull down because I don't really reach for these sort of dresses that often, but they're just so damn cute. Like, what's a girl to do? Okay, this I got for a very particular K-pop inspired look, but it's definitely not my usual style, so we can say goodbye to her. I really love the prints from Dido's shop, but for some reason I don't find myself reaching for the dress as much as the tops. This was actually a really cool thrift find. It's a Q Dion Lee collab, very utilitarian inspired, but I think I got a little bit excited by the tag and it's not necessarily my style, so I think it could go to a better home. Obviously, this is for when I feel like having a magical girl transformation. This is a vintage dress from the 80s. I wore it for like a decade inspired lookbook, but I don't think I've ever worn it outside of that. We've got quite a few late 90s, early 2000s dresses in here. I'm always the sucker whenever I see them at the thrift store, but realistically, we can't hold on to them all. Okay, no. Yes, that one's stunning. This one's cute though. It's kind of giving Gilmore Girls, which I always have a soft spot for. I have a few of these like sheer maxi slip dresses, which I love in theory. They always look amazing on other people, but when I go to style them, it just never really works out. So again, just could go to a better home. Like, tell me why I've had this for at least 8 years, probably worn it twice, but for some reason my brain's like, no, don't part ways with it, please. This is very cool girl to me. Like, I don't know if my style's there yet, but it's very aspirational, so I think I'm gonna hang on to it. Practically the same dress in different fonts, but I think that 90s style just isn't me. This is probably hard to see on camera, but it's like a full black crochet maxi. Could be amazing for someone's festival look. I've never been to a festival, so no. Okay, this one actually makes me sad because it is the most stunning, perfect little black dress. Strappy open back number, but not the right fit on me. I feel like some sort of stuffed sausage. It's very much giving back rolls. But on the right person, that is literally going to be the find of the century. This is an easy no. That was like, you lost your mind out the op shop momentarily. I don't know how that's going to fit, so she's in the maybe pile. That's a no. This is so fun. Every time I see it, it reminds me of like Nickelodeon or Teen Choice Awards or something, but it's just too small for me now. Oh my god, why is it so hard? Like, this is the perfect late 90s witch sort of energy, but am I a late 90s witch? Not really. This one might not fit anymore. How freaking cute is this? It's giving very like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. This is actually really cool. It's the sort of thing that I guess has gotten lost in the shuffle, but with the clean out, hopefully I'll be able to reach for it more. It's gonna be a no and a no. Also a no. Can you guess what character lookbook I had in mind when buying this? A little bit of a Serena van der Woodsen moment, but I didn't end up filming it and a bodycon dress, it's not me. This, on the other hand, was my little Jenny Humphreys moment. Obsessed. This is a little $12 op shop number that has actually come in clutch. I've worn it to 2 weddings, but I feel like that means I can probably retire her. I tried to salvage her in one of my like styling things I never ever wear videos, but it's still gonna be a no. Oof, again, I feel like that's gonna be too small. I find it really hard to part ways with things that I bought on holiday, but we have to be brutal today, okay? Stay strong. That is cute though. I feel like this is quite unique, so I think I'm gonna keep this one. Come on, I can't pass that up. Ugh, I did love this. It was inspired by a K-drama look, but I just don't see myself reaching for it again. We should really tally up how many pink items I actually have in my wardrobe. Out of all the dresses so far, I feel like this one's the most my style because it literally looks like something that would come out of Hachi's wardrobe. Cute, but literally have never worn it. Such a nice cut on the bottom as well. I think I want to give it one more chance. This is like my Forest Fairy Tinkerbell sort of moment. This is really cute, very my style. I don't know why I don't reach for it more. Whatever the hell's happening here could just go. I wore this to a wedding, but seriously regret it. Like, it's just the most heinous fabric. Another cool crochet item that I could just never make work. Definitely got somewhere out of this one back in like 2018 to 2020 sort of region. I think I want to hold on to it a little bit longer. This dress literally makes you feel like a Disney princess. These 2 dresses are literally some of my most worn. This was another really nice 90s, early 2000s vibe. I wore it to a wedding. I think it's too small now. Okay, I literally never ever wear this, but I can't let it go because it looks like something straight out of Fran Fine's closet, and you guys know she is the style icon. This could be a cool formal dress for someone. Again, undecided. I'm sorry, but I have to keep it. And again, I think I'm gonna keep both of these, but then a no to both of these. I feel like my undecided pile is made up of things like this. Like, I love it, but is it my style? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Yes, love, sucker for the old nightgowns. This one, not so much. I feel like someone else could appreciate it more. This is very 2016 Coachella, which wasn't my vibe at the time, still not now. This looks very much up my alley. I think it's just been shoved in that corner for so long I forgot about it. Honestly, I did better than I thought I was gonna do. Like, the yes no pile is almost 50-50, which I think is a success. These clippy hangers are a hot commodity in this household. I literally have so many of my most worn skirts just sitting on the ground because I've run out of hangers, and for some reason the stores are always out of stock as well. Okay, so we've got all of these skirts to get through, and then shockingly we have another 2 whole clothing racks of mini skirts. Literally insane. I don't wear most of them, slash a lot of them don't even fit me anymore, so I'm hoping this is just going to be a brutal speed round. Guys, I'm so sorry, but I can admit that this skirt section is low-key just a hot mess, okay? I didn't know how to film it. Like I mentioned, I don't have a ton of clip hangers, so there's like 3 skirts to 1 hanger a lot of the time, and I couldn't try them on even if I wanted to because I kid you not, at least 65% of them are just too small. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I should even include this footage, but my arm got embarrassingly tired trying to hold these up, so I was like, I did not do all of that for nothing, and you know, I figured you guys want to have a look anyway. It's actually kind of sad because I would say at one point, maybe like 2019, 2020, a mini skirt would have probably been my most worn item in my wardrobe. Like most of the time that's what I'd be styling the outfit around. That's just not the case anymore though, obviously in part because they don't fit, but also I feel like I've just been enjoying the longer lengths more. There's definitely still some gems in here though, and luckily the ones that still fit but are just too short, I'm more than happy to wear over pants. But like I mentioned, a lot of my most worn have been in a bit of a wardrobe sort of situation, so the ones that you recognize you'll probably spot later on, which is also probably why it's not too shocking to me that out of all these skirts I've just shown you, I'm only keeping 28% of them. Actually no, now that I say that out loud, that is kind of crazy. 72% gone. See you later. See, this is a tricky one because I never wear it, but in theory, I feel like it does fit my personal style. No, I'm not, let's just be real, I'm not gonna wear it. This one's so cute, I need to wear this more. This one's a cute little vest skirt set. I think I'd get more wear out of it if I cropped it into a mini, but I think I'm just gonna leave it and someone else can make that decision. This is a vintage piece. I'm not exactly sure what year it'd be from, but I'm obsessed. Absolutely stunning. Very sadly, I would not be able to squeeze my booty into it anymore. It is very straight up and down. I'm not really a fan of a more fitted pencil skirt style, so that's a no. And then also a no to this. I don't know, something about the fabric. This is another one of those aspirational pieces to me. It feels so cool girl, and it's like just out of reach. Like I'm not too sure how to style it, but I think we will get there. I thought this was so cool when I found it, but then ever since then, every time I put it on, I hate it. This is a nice summery piece. I feel like it would even look cute dressed down with the t-shirt I'm wearing. I don't know why, but I just never end up reaching for these more purpley sort of tones, so I'm gonna say goodbye to those, but keep this little pink floral. All 3 of these ones are gonna be a keep. And again, we've got ourselves some keepers. I think it's gonna be a no for the first 2, but for some reason my brain is saying to hang on to this one. I don't know. This one is so cool. I haven't had an opportunity to wear it because it does feel quite formal, but I can't let it go. But the other 2 on this hanger, however, this was in a very disappointing mystery box. I don't want to talk about it. Absolutely love the volume in this skirt. Again, all of these I think are just a little bit too figure hugging for my taste. I'm on the fence. Keep. I think I'm gonna keep because I don't have a ton of orange. This one I'll have to try on. This one's a definite keep. I need to style it more. Little half wraparound situation is a definite yes. And that's actually all the skirts in here. The other side just has a few pants. I actually already cleaned out the pants because they were doing my head in previously. So yeah, there's not many of them left. Okay, we've successfully rescued a decent amount of the clipper hangers. So now I just have to go through this pile. Yes, this is the situation I'm working with when I'm trying to find a skirt I want to wear that day. So finally, they're going to be able to be hung up. So I really don't think we're going to have too many of these items that are going to be to go, just because like I said, these are more so the things that I have been regularly wearing. And honestly, some of these items, despite how frequently I reach for them, I am looking to upgrade. For example, this white skirt, like I said, probably one of my most worn items, but the quality isn't really that high, so I think an upgrade would be worth it in this case. But I don't want to rush into a purchase or anything, so I'm just gonna keep making do with that for now. Now that we're about to start getting into the cooler weather, I'm excited to break out these kind of like sweatshirt material maxi skirts. This one I'm kind of on the fence about. Clearly love the yellow shade, but it is almost like a mullet sort of style, which I don't know if that's necessarily my favorite. This is another one where I'm kind of on the fence. Like I just recently wore them in a video, but I don't know, I'm not in love. Like, I feel like we could do better. Oh, this one is super cute. This is the sort of thing that I'd love to see if I can actually repurchase it just in a larger size now. I know that this sort of like button down corduroy style is like what, so 10 years ago, but I can't let this one go because it reminds me so much of something that Nami would wear. This is really cute. I need to try and style this more often. My little bloomers are a definite keep. I DIY'd these cute little bows on it and I thought that would make me wear it more, but I'm still just not reaching for this one. This is gorgeous. Honestly, one of my best thrift finds, originally from Alana Hill. Oh my god, I love this. This is another item that I got from Alexa. Like, the combination of plaids. I actually have like a full stack of plaid skirts here. All of them are going to be a yes, definite keep. For some reason, it always comes in handy. Oh, I love this one. This is going in the pile of must wear more. Come on, this one is so freaking adorable. Yes, this always looks chic and stylish. These are so cute, but I'm just not a shorts person. Just a good staple. I'm going to keep it because I had to get rid of so many of the plaid mini skirts that don't fit anymore. I like this, but it is extraordinarily short, so it is kind of tricky to style. I've had this for the longest time, like since I first started my YouTube channel, and I don't think I've ever worn it. But for some reason, it's still here. Oh, this is an old faithful. Like, you saw a lot of this in the 2018-2019 era. A rare Brandy Melville item that actually fits. This is like the absolute OG staple of my wardrobe. Love, love, love this one. I'm telling you, that is something about a white pinstripe. I don't really see myself reaching for the half tennis skirt situation these days, but I don't know. I kind of want to hold on to it just for the memories because it is very much me when I first got into K-pop. This one's cute for layering. I don't know if it's necessarily my color, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Another absolute staple. Like, if I lost everything in my wardrobe tomorrow, that's the sort of thing I need to instantly repurchase. I'm guessing you may have spotted whatever the hell this is happening at the top of my wardrobe before, but what you might not have clocked is that it's also happening at the bottom of it. So buckle in, because it is now time to try on every single sweater I own, which I'm not gonna lie, is far too many for someone who lives in Brisbane, Queensland. But for some reason, I just love me a good knitwear item. I feel like that is probably my favorite thing to purchase alongside jackets, which is also ridiculous. And I feel like they're the sort of thing that is often still pretty well priced at the op shops near me, I guess because a lot of people end up donating their winter wear. And I think if I had filmed this a few months ago when we were in peak summer, I probably would have said no to a lot more, but now it finally is sweater weather. I'm like, no, okay. I might want to wear this season. Some of my favorites are the Silver Hysteric Glamour, this Brandy Melville open knit cardigan that I have had since 2014. A decade. And there's a lot of cream in this section of my wardrobe for some reason, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't bring myself to cull it as much as I should. I don't know, I just found myself finding a reason for why you would need that specific item in a particular scenario. So I think it's probably safe to say at this point that my two main wardrobe obsessions, cream sweaters and plaid skirts. I'm still loving my Akubi Club zip up, this kind of like knitted version of a rugby jumper. The pastels in this one of my all-time favorite thrift finds. This is a more recent addition that I'm so excited to style. I love the cut and the color, and actually I have a few items in this kind of like blue gray color family that I really love. Okay, even just watching back the try-ons now, I'm like, I can't blame myself that I couldn't get rid of more. This is potentially the best collection in my entire closet. I don't know, what do you guys think? The downside to that is that it is literally the worst to try and store because you can't hang them up and they're just so damn bulky. Oh my god, and you know what? Looking at these ones with the cutesy little graphics, I just realized that nowhere in this video do I actually feature my sweatshirts, which is a crime because they're truly some of my favorite pieces. Some of my most worn around the house items I actually keep separately in like the main bedroom, which that walk-in wardrobe is supposed to be all Sam's, but I just have a couple of things in there. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll feature them in a video sooner or later. In a shock to absolutely no one, there's quite a number of vests to go through. I don't love the fabric on this one, so it's going to be a no. There's going to be quite a lot of Argyle vests, so I think we need to limit ourselves to keeping only 2. Let's make that Argyle or Argyle adjacent. Kind of kooky adjacent ones I feel like are timeless, but for some reason I just don't see myself reaching for them too often. I feel like this is as classic as it gets when it comes to a sweater vest. I really like the fit on this one, so it's a yes. Again, just another classic, you can't go wrong. This one I feel kind of sentimental about because I wore it for my haiku inspired outfits. I don't know. I think I have to hang on to it. Again, I'm just feeling sentimental because this is literally where the sweater vest obsession began. My very first one that I got on Facebook Marketplace. That one's a no. And another no, I just don't really wear navy. This is cute, as well as this one. These are like the perfect summertime vest. God damn it, why is there so many sentimental ones? Yeah, okay, sorry for the abrupt switch up there, but hopefully you can still enjoy just admiring the vests. I know that I just said that the sweaters is probably my best collection, but let's be real, the vests are definitely up there. And I don't know, in a weird way, I almost feel like it's kind of what my style was known for. Like, I've just been styling them for so long now, like long before they really popped off. So I feel like I used to get a lot of comments saying, oh my god, thank you so much, you opened my eyes to styling vests. Which might sound kind of weird now because obviously practically everyone wears vests, but at one point it really felt like a signature. And more than anything, it really just came from necessity because I love to layer, but a lot of the time it is too hot to wear a jacket, so vests were truly my savior. But yeah, I guess if nothing else, just a reminder that repetition truly does make personal style. I'm sorry that the lighting's probably really weird. I'm not used to using natural lighting, but I can't fit lights in this room and it's raining on and off. It's a whole thing. It's currently not raining, so let's quickly get through this jam-packed rack of shirts. To this day, this is probably my strangest purchase, so no. This lace shirt just doesn't really do it for me. This, however, is a big yes. I'm honestly just not a big fan of like the silky sort of fabrics. I was gonna say probably this one too, but I actually do really like that collar. These two shirts are super similar, just a cropped button down. Great basic, and I would keep them, but I just feel like they're a little bit too tight. Like, I feel too constricted to actually feel comfortable wearing them out. This would have to be one of my most worn shirts. I love it to death. It's just originally from Yes Style, and I am on the lookout for this, but in a longer length, just to give me more options depending on what I'm styling it with. But every time I think I've found the one, the fabric, the fit, something is just off. Oh, and literally the perfect example of what I meant. This was one of the ones that I purchased, but I don't know, the fabric just isn't very breathable, so it's not super comfortable. This little kind of lacy bolero though is like a lifesaver to me. I'll throw this on over everything. This is a longer length one that I do actually love. Obviously it doesn't have a collar, but something about it just like reminds me of a little angel. Two short sleeve button downs. This one has the most gorgeous floral embroidery, but I just don't find myself reaching for it. And this one, again, I would just rather size up. This is a TK Maxx purchase. I feel like I should be banned from buying clothes from there and just stick to like the beauty supplies, the candles, etc. because the clothing I just never end up wearing. Obviously going to be keeping the little roller sailor shirt. I don't know if this was originally just a pajama shirt. I thrifted it, but something about it just feels and looks so luxe. I think I'm saying no to the matching mini skirt, and I hate breaking up a set. But the top's so cute with the little heart buttons. Another little bolero, but I'm gonna say no to that one. I do like this, and also this one, they kind of give me the same sort of like rock star vibe to them. I think I'm gonna hold on to them for now. These are some jerseys that I've had before. The jersey trend was even a thing, but I just don't find myself reaching for them as much as my other ones. I really love the length on this one because it's like a long tunic slash super duper mini, so it teams up perfectly with pants underneath. Is the pattern my favorite thing ever? Not necessarily. This I really need to start wearing more. I think I've had it since like 2017, 2018, 2017, I don't know, but it actually wasn't purchased for me. It was like for a model to wear in a series, so maybe it's just like bad memories, but the style itself is so up my alley. I've got quite a few different pattern shirts, which in the op shop at the time, I'm like, oh, they're so pretty, but then I get them home and I'm like, girl, they're not your style whatsoever. So I'm gonna say no to both of those. And then for these ones, I think I'm gonna say no to the little tie-up one on top, but I am gonna hold on to the pink and brown just because I love that color combo. All of these are gonna be a yes. I love this combination of like the plaid with the lace. That's actually a recent purchase from Buyee. And then just a cute little stripe throw over, great in the summer. And then I really like this shirt. I don't know why, the color just works. The sheeny shiny shirt is gonna go. This little thrift number I got because it reminds me so much of something Marissa Cooper would wear, so definitely holding on to it. Kind of undecided about the polka dot shirt because do I reach for it very often? No, but I don't know. I feel like I could in the right situation. What do you guys think? And then we have two pink shirts. One's like a standard button up, great for layering, and also great for layering, this one, but had like the cutesy sort of collar. It's an easy yes to these two sleeveless hoodies. You guys see me in this all the time. This is such a bold piece to style. I have really liked the couple of outfits that I've put together with it, but I think it's time for someone else to try it out. This is another one I'm really sad about because it is so cute, so my style, but it's just too tight. I'm like scared I'm about to burst the seams. Another bold pattern that I just think someone else can get more use out of. This is nice, not necessarily my color, but I don't know. It's another maybe, I'm sorry. This is another Old Faithful, the sheer purple. I got it from Bershka in Japan back in like 2018. Another tacky print, but there's just something about this one. A couple more purple shirts, but it's gonna be a no to both of those. Potentially my favorite thing in my wardrobe, throwing this out would be like getting rid of a baby's comfort blanket, so absolutely not. Yes to the checkered one, but no to just the plain one. I think I want to keep this just because it is kind of a unique find. Like, I don't know where you would get that again. And then there's this Playboy shirt. I haven't worn this for years, but I was thinking of doing like a little Heartbreak High inspired lookbook, and I think this could come in handy for that. I love this because I originally bought it for my Freaks and Geeks lookbook. I don't even know when that was filmed, but at the time that was one of my favorite things I had ever done, so it's always a good memory. Why do I want to keep this low-key? Like, I think it is actually a little bit of a serve. The top underneath, again, I hate to break up a matching set. I love the maxi skirt, but this isn't really doing anything for me. This is a keep, very Lorelai Gilmore working girl era. This one's like a vintage 70s sort of shirt. I think I want to hold on to it because this is like allegedly my shade of blue. And then this is just a plain one. Honestly, I think it might even be out of Sam's wardrobe, so we will keep it. I'm getting stressed because I'm feeling like I'm keeping too many things. Like, how many blue shirts in a row am I gonna say yes to? Finally, some blue shirts that I actually feel comfortable saying no to. Another no for me. Yes, I love this. I went the longest time not wearing it, but ever since I did that like Japanese magazine inspired looks, this has come back on my radar. Big yes, I practically live in this thing. I love this little one. I always feel like brainy when I wear it, like it's giving Spencer Hastings realness. No to the little bolero though, the color's just not doing anything for me. My Vivienne Westwood button up, obviously a yes. Again, one of those pieces where it has turned a few good looks, but I feel like it's just done its dash in my wardrobe. Oh, this is another one that I really need to style more. I got this in Korea and I wore it in like my styling trends I saw over there, and a lot of people really loved it, and so did I. But then for some reason I haven't reached for it again. A little two-piece, but it's not quite the right shade of green for me. This particular shade, however, stunning, love her. This is another one I'm torn over because it is very reminiscent of when I first got into K-pop, which, so many good memories, okay? I'm sorry. You guys just saw this is a new piece in my wardrobe. Obsessed, although it does give kind of like Woolworths, the fresh food people. I'm happy to move on from this flannel situation. Oh my god, this I think I got in my first ever thrift haul, which is why it has stuck around for so long despite the fact that I never ever wear it. Who knew I was gonna be so sentimental today? Oh, we've got another little Lorelai Gilmore moment. I know that it's more the office siren style that is trending, but whatever you want to call this is more what I'm into. Classic little stretch denim. This kind of like bandana print always reminds me of Namjoon RM, but it's not my style. This top is very like Lizzie McGuire to me, but not my style. I don't think I'll ever say no to an open knit throwover. Both of these are just so late 90s to me, very Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm starting to drive myself nuts. Thank God we're nearly at the end of this rack. Okay, a little sequin throwover, not for me. And then this is like a little crop tie-up sort of situation. Why do I feel like it could come in handy? Here we have like the big and little sister sort of situation. I think I'm just gonna hold on to the one that's a little bit more dramatic. And actually I forgot about this shirt that was underneath it, but she's cute too. Both of these are a no though. My rock jersey, duh, yes. Same goes for the hockey jersey as well. Of course my camera died with literally one item left on the rack, which is this Sasuke button down. I'm so undecided on this one as well. Like, I paid good money for this. Do I ever wear it? No! Honestly, this is probably the most disappointing rack of the bunch because I definitely didn't get rid of enough. Like, that's still a lot to go back on this. First of all, can I just say it was a poor decision by me to wear a singlet and basketball shorts when trying on jackets because it's very hard to gauge the vibe. So my apologies for that because honestly, some of these jackets were definitely done dirty in the process, but hopefully you can still see that beauty. Despite the setbacks, this was one of the hardest categories for me to say no to because everything just feels so situational when it comes to a jacket, and I have found so many gems over the years. Some of my favorites being these denim jackets that have the most beautiful detailing. This racer jacket I thrifted in Korea that Raven actually wore on a 2000 Carson's red carpet, the iconic leopard coat that has been with me for nearly 10 years now, the plaid Betty's blue coat, hello. Honestly, you can get some of the most insane bargains on Buyee when it comes to outerwear. I definitely said no to quite a few blazers, but also kept some really cool, unique ones. Now that we're getting towards the end of this video, I just wanted to reiterate again that I know this should not be considered a normal size for a wardrobe. Again, keeping in mind that I've been collecting and sourcing for videos for a decade now. With that being said, 100% I used to have an overconsumption problem when I was younger. I do feel like I've rectified that in the last 4 years, being so much more mindful with my purchases. And the funny thing about that is I actually feel like my downfall into overconsumption was when I got really heavily into thrifting. It was just very easy to get carried away in the moment, probably not so much these days because of the prices. But yeah, I think it's just a good reminder that even if you are shopping sustainably, the most sustainable thing you can do is to just not be shopping. I'm definitely feeling inspired to do some more videos styling some of the items that I had forgotten about. So if you spotted anything that you'd be interested in seeing, please let me know, as well as anything that you think would be worthy of me posting on like a Depop or something. A large majority of things I am gonna donate. I already have a couple of places in mind that are more community based rather than just like your chain op shops. Yeah, actually, I probably should have mentioned that like 2 weeks have passed by now, and unfortunately I don't have everything out of the house yet as like a complete clean slate, but I'm already feeling a lot better about the wardrobe. I think it's going to be a lot less overwhelming and a lot easier to find things. The items that are to go are all stacked up nicely in the garage. Like I said, just need to go through and do like a sell and donate pile. I was originally thinking we could put together the new clothing rack and pick out some of my favorite items to decorate it, but this video is far too long as is, so let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing next time. And actually I'm doing a complete overhaul of the entire filming room because I'm not kidding, every time I stepped in there I just wanted to cry. So hopefully we're gonna have a nice fresh start in there soon for more videos as well. But in the meantime, make sure you're checking out today's video sponsor, award-winning VPN Surfshark. Big thank you to them for sticking with me on this channel, as well as all of you. Thank you so much. Hopefully I see you really soon. Bye.